because identity crisis is the last part of the second stage of the deconstruction of you, which means that the first stages and the second stages are connected together, and the last part is the identity crisis that is telling you that all of that you knew until now must be erased. Are you willing to do that? Hello and welcome back. My name is Elizabeth Mondebo, and I'm here to heal your body, your mind, your soul, and your thoughts. Our topic today is the stages of the awakening that no one else tell you about it. It's very unusual, and I'm gonna break them down to each layer, and you will know by the end of this video if you are a spiritual awakening or you are in the phase of spiritual awakening. Alright, I wrote down my notes, and I'm gonna try to help you with every stages. That is what you need to do. So you need to know that spiritual awakening. Now let's start from the beginning. You know the 369 method of Tesla, right? So the stages of awakening is divided by 3. The first phase is 3 stages, the second phase is 6 stages, and the third second, and the most important, is 9 phases. No one told you that before. This is the part where it's connected. Everything is 3, 6, 9. Everything. So the first phase of spiritual awakening are 3. And it's the collapse of you. What I mean? It means that you will start noticing things, situations, emotional questioning. You feel like this something is wrong. You feel like you are detaching with something, and that one is what I mean, collapse. So the first stages of the spiritual awakening at the beginning are 3. So the first one is the glitch. You start feeling like something feels off. You feel like you see fake people and how they operate. You see things that are repeated, and it doesn't make sense. You see, it's like you saw that before awakening and you felt like that it was correct. But now the glitch that is happening with your spiritual awakening feels like everything around you is fake, and some things are very weird, and even people you hung out before awakening, everything was feeling okay, naturally flow with the conversation, but now the same people are repeating the same patterns, the same topics of conversation, and you are noticing that now with the glitch, and you are like, why this is happening? I already lived this one. This is not something that is gonna bring me something good in my life. It's everything on repeat. So you notice the glitch, and you start seeing and thinking inside your mind, that nothing match your energy anymore. Even the people you hang out with. So the second one is the split. You feel like there are two versions of you that is connected with the glitch. You feel like there is two versions of you. The one that is operating, a movement and doing things, and the other one is the observer that is observing everything and question everything. Did this happen to you? I bet it happened to you if you're awakened. For me, it was like I was hanging out with my friends, and after I was in the process of spiritual awakening. The patterns that I was doing, I was operating, but another version of me was observing, and I was questioning everything. What this is, if I went for a coffee with my friends, was gonna question why this is gonna help me now. This is not nothing that is gonna help me achieve my dream life. Or why to go out now? What is the time? Is sunny? Is rainy? Is humidity? Is everything. The second version is question everything. The third part of the first stages is the burn. You have emotional spikes, triggers. I'm gonna say triggers. It's like old wounds and old beliefs, old patterns are surfacing, and it's very fast. It's one after another one. They resurface so fast that you burn out from emotion, even feel exhaustion. So this is the part you understand that something is wrong. Something is happening to you. Something is affecting you, and you feel burnt out. You feel exhausted. You feel tired, drained, and everything in your mind is like you're overthinking what you experience, what you notice, and it's inside your mind all the time, and you overthink, and you feel tired, and you don't know how to explain this. So the first stages are three, okay? It's the glitch, the split, and the burn. All good so far? Let's continue. So the second stages are 6. Remember, 3, 6, 9. So the second stages of the spiritual awakening are 6. The first one, now I'm gonna call it the deconstruction of yourself. It's like losing your old self, the self that you used to and other people used to. So the first stage, the first part is the detachment. It means that you are naturally pull away from people and situations, habits, without understanding why, but it feels right. You get what I mean? It's like I had this part of the detachment that I had the habit inviting my friends over to my house to drink coffee or hang out. But naturally, I driven myself away from that situation because it didn't give me nothing anymore. But it was felt right to do this decision to pull away. The second part of this stage is void of things that used to matter, that make you happy, things that used to do and brought you joy, feels empty. You're feeling like there is no purpose of loving or having them in your life anymore. It doesn't give you nothing. You become emotionless on that part. This is a very, very painful part because you start letting go of your old self. It's painful because you lived with that self for so many years and you had the experience with that self, the happiness with that self, and now it feels like it's some part of you from your body. It's like they take it away and you don't feel nothing. The third part of the second stage is the pattern exposure. What do you mean? It means that you start seeing your self-sabotage and where did you self-sabotage yourself and where did you did wrong. You're gonna start blaming that others, but mostly you're gonna blame yourself. Why you allowed this happen? I'm this age now, why I didn't realize it sooner? You're gonna question everything because you start seeing your self-sabotage of having your dream life, and and even one small decision it will take you to the dream life, but somehow you self-sabotage yourself and you took another path that is longer and more painful and more obstacles in your way and so on. So this part for me was, I was smiling. I don't beat up yourself. You just observe your self-sabotage. I was smiling and I was happy and laughing because it was one decision away and I took a different path. It's okay, it was the wrong path, but what to do? I'm here now. Everything happened for a reason in your life, so when you see your self-sabotage, you will understand. So the fourth part of the second stages of awakening is loop. you are in loop. It's like constantly. It's like I said, you see in your patterns that you self-sabotage, and you are on loop and you are on loop and you are on loop, and you're trying to find solutions, but the solution is what if, no, what if I had done this, it would be different. The loop one is for you to understand that the universe is giving you a second chance to apply your awakening to that specific moment that's happening now, a second chance for you to grab it, and you're gonna go towards your dream life. So the loop one, that is, you are constantly on loop, it's for you to understand that you have to do things differently. If you don't do differently, it's gonna come loop and loop and loop and loop until you realize the correct way to act. Okay? So, the fifth stage of the second, the fifth phase of the second stage is silence. Silence is, you don't need to explain yourself anymore, why you act like this, why you react, why you don't talk that much, why you don't hang out with your friends anymore. And it's like you are lonely, but it's not loneliness. It's it's like you don't need to explain yourself to nobody and no one, only to yourself. Even to yourself, you don't need to explain it to yourself. You are you, and you are processing these stages, and it needs time, and you have to take that time. If you are isolated and you are lonely, don't be afraid, everything will work out. Everything. If you don't hang out with your friends, or they get upset, or they complain, or even if your family, please don't push yourself, because I have done this mistake. I was silenced, in the face of silence, and I pushed myself to go and see my friends because they were demanding it. But the moment I returned home, I shut down my phones, and I shut down completely, and I wasn't talking to no one. I was answering the phones, answering the text messages, but I was stronger to say no, I'm not gonna hang with you today or tomorrow. I need time for me, I need my space. It's not something with you, I need my time. You don't self-explaining, and you don't give excuses. You are saying what it is. And the final part, the final phase of the second stages is the identity crisis. Number 6 is the identity crisis. You don't know who you are. You genuinely don't know who you are, because you have the first stage, that it was 3 phases: the glitch, the split, and the burn. That is already burned out yourself. And you have the second stage, you have the detachment, you have the void, you have the exposure, you have the silence, and now this is the identity crisis. This is the last part of the second stage. The identity crisis is that you don't know who you are, and you start crying because you don't know what to do, you don't know how to react. this is the most painful feeling you're gonna have in the spiritual awakening, the identity crisis, because one day you used to be like this and now that part, it doesn't make sense and you don't feel it to be that person anymore. This means that your identity is starting to shift and everything inside you is chaos, totally chaos. So the identity crisis is where the most people, they try to fight so strong to go back to the old habits, and they stop their awakening because they don't want to lose that part of themselves, and they stay stuck forever. Because if you are willing to do that, I guarantee you, you will start feeling awakened. Please think about it, and please fight to your identity crisis. Fight so hard to move on, not to stay stuck. Because if you passed all that emotions, all the glitches, all the split, the burnout, the detachments, the void, the exposure, the silence, and you are in the last part, that the identity crisis, you're already halfway to your spiritual awakening. You are so close to your awakening, and people, they are afraid. They are afraid of what's happening to them. They are afraid of losing what they know. They are afraid of losing people. They are afraid of losing their identity. But that identity you are trying to lose is the identity that you built based on your father, mother, relatives, siblings, school, teachers, church, that TV. That self is built with habits and beliefs of other people. So you're fighting to keep an identity that is not truly yours, but you learn to love it and live with it for so many years. And now that you are in the part of the identity crisis, you feel like you will disconnect with everything what you learn, or not of who you are, of what you learn and what they implanted in your mind. So the identity crisis, the most important part, and you will understand it if you pass the identity crisis, if you're gonna let go of your old self. And the next stages will be more rewarding and more peaceful. Think about the first stages, the first three of the first stage of the awakening, and the second stages of the awakening as the sea that it has big waves, and after these waves there is gonna be peaceful. It's like when the phrase they say that after rain is peaceful, this is the part. So for you need to understand that the identity crisis is the most valuable and most important the most important in your spiritual awakening, because if you don't pass the identity crisis, if you can't let go of your old self, you're gonna drop down to your old self and you're gonna repeat the same patterns all the time, and you're gonna think that all that experiences you had until now was something that it was your thought and it was fake, and it started to dissolve because you went back to your old self. But you need to move on. You need to understand the identity crisis, that you are not you anymore, and you need to accept that you will be a new self after the identity crisis. Okay? So the third stages are 9. It's 9 phases. The third stages of the spiritual awakening are 9. So we had 3, 6, 9, and let's go to the last part, that is 9 phases, and it's the most working, the most awakened, and the most peaceful. That everything makes sense. Everything will make sense. The third stage of the spiritual awakening, as I told you, are 9 phases. This stage is the rebuild. It's the rebuild of you and your new self, which means that your old self start to die. The first phase you start noticing is the self-trust. On your own self, you will saw that you didn't trust yourself enough. But now you're awakened, you pass the identity crisis part. You start seeing yourself that you trust yourself more. You don't look for outside of you answers or validation or explanations. You just trust yourself that you are in the right path. It doesn't make sense, but it will feel safe. It will feel right. And the only thing you need to do is to accept it and let go, because you are safe. You trust yourself in any decision, in any habit you're gonna start doing, or your dream life. The second phase is the energetic boundaries. This one, I loved it so much. You are highly selective with who you are surrounding yourself with. You are very selective. You are very selective with you are surrounding yourself with, and you don't allow no one to enter your energy without your consent. The need of the protection of your energy is very highly. It's very, very highly on this part of the energetic boundaries. Uh, the third phase, on the third stages of awakening, is clarity shock. What it means: you see people as they are, not as you want them to be. You see them as the persons they are, as they always are. Like they don't change, they're using the same patterns, they're using the same sentence, and they are living in a bubble, and they don't see outside of that bubble. You are outside of that bubble, and you see them how they are, how they are not changing. And this is very important, because if the persons don't change, and you are already changed because of your awakening, your energy is very valuable. The second part of the energetic boundaries we talked before. The fourth part is the alignment shift. Alignment shift is that your decisions will come from intuition. That gut feeling that you have is correct. Listen to it. When you are awakened, that intuition feeling, that intuition gut feeling is correct. It's going to lose you, it's going to take you to the correct path. Your intuition with your energy and alignment will guide you straight forward without any obstacles in your way towards your dream life. So your every decision you're gonna make, your intuition will warn you. Your intuition will accept what is correct. It will tell you what you need to do. It's that little voice inside your head that is your voice, but you don't know where it came from. That one, and that gut feeling, is your intuition. The fifth sign is the solitude strength. Solitude strength is the part of being alone, but you are not lonely anymore. Actually, it's very enjoyable to be lonely. When I awakened, I was enjoying myself being lonely. Be alone in my apartment with my dog, enjoy movies, cozy. I was calm. It was like heaven in a small space, and it felt very powerful. So in this part, the loneliness, that if you say loneliness, it means something bad, but actually in this part of your awakening, it makes sense, because solitude is being enjoyable, is you being happy, just doing small things in your life. If you have this experience, enjoy as much as you can, because this is the calm before, this is the calm after the storm. This is the part. After, it's gonna start towards, straight forward to your dream life. You're gonna become so busy that you're not gonna be miserable. You're gonna love the process of going towards your dream life. So enjoy your loneliness and be happy. So the sixth part is the emotional neutrality. What it means? It means that you are not controlled. What I mean, you feel like no one is controlling you. Your mother doesn't control you, your friends doesn't control you, the TV, the news doesn't control you. You have your own truth, you have your intuition, you are awakened, you see what is right and what is wrong. Nobody is controlling you anymore. It's not like you're feeling numb, it's like you don't care because you are not allowing yourself to be controlled anymore. You are not controlled. The seventh part of the third stage of awakening is inner authority. And what I mean, you don't need validation from no one. No one. It's you against you. The validation you need is only from you. No one. Not from your mother, not from your father, not from your siblings, your friends, not from the church, not from the news, not from the politicals. No one. You don't need validation of your opinion and your way you are living your life from no one. You know that is the correct way and keep it that way. No validation from no one. No one can bring you down and no one can break you down. The validation is only you and you. The eighth phase of the third phases of the awakening is reality recode. What it means? It means that your reality perceptions and experience is more conscious living. What I mean, conscious living is like you are seeing everything for the first time and you know what you have to do. You know which restaurant you will go to eat. You will know which person you will avoid. You are more conscious. Even you see things that they were there the whole time, but you were not looking at it. Does it make sense? It does. You see more things. You see nature, trees, grass more vivid. This is more conscious living because the part of your brain is so open that you are actually seeing for the first time. And this is very powerful stuff. It's like you are tripping, but you are not tripping. Actually, it's consciously, and that's why some people out there smoke marijuana or take LSD to go to different dimensions or to be in their own world, because marijuana and LSD, I'm not gonna say LSD, I'm gonna say only marijuana because it's a plant based on nature and not handmade. The human didn't touch it. It's the most spiritual tool out there for you to have more vivid imagination and have conscious living. But if you are smoking marijuana just for fun and you over abuse it, it will not work that way. It's better for you to be awakened than to smoke marijuana. Alright, the last part of the third stage of awakening is the quiet power. The quiet power is the most powerful, the most strong emotionally. You are highly and vibrationally align with your higher self and the universe. You have the ability to manifest everything that you want. The last part of the third stages of the awakening is the quiet power, and that power will help you manifest anything that you want. You're gonna think that time, that moment, you're gonna think that I have 2,000 euros in my bank account and I will spend it as I want. And because you are so highly and vibrationally aligned with your higher self, the manifestation will be instant. Any thought you put, any vision you put in your mind will manifest. And the reason is because your energy, your vibration, and your imagination are matching the synchronicity and the energy with the universe. So all of these stages are important, and no one out there is telling you this. So we have 3 stages. The first phase, the first stages of the awakening are 3. You have the glitch, you have the split, and you have the burn. On the second wave, on the second stage of the spiritual awakening are 6 parts, 6 phases. The detachment, the void, the exposure, the loop, the silence, and the identity crisis. Identity crisis is the end of the phases of 3 and 6. Identity crisis is where your old self and your new self are battling, and you don't know who you are and what to believe. And if you choose your new self, immediately you go to the 3rd stages, that are 9 phases, and you will have the self-trust. You're gonna trust yourself more. The energetic boundaries. You are selective of who you are interact with, and you don't let your energy to be manipulated anymore. You have a clarity shock. You have an alignment shift. You have a solitude strength. You have inner authority. You have reality recode, your conscious living, and you have the quiet power, the most powerful asset you will have in your spiritual awakening. Your quiet power is the number 1, is the beginning of your new self. It's your new self and your dreams that you always dreamed of, and now finally can be realized and be there, and you will succeed and you will have everything that you want. I hope this video helped you, and comment below on which stage or phase are you on your spiritual awakening, and I will try to help you as I can, and I hope I help you a little bit. If you have any questions, please comment below and I will answer them. And I hope you have a blessed day, and think about what I said. Write them down, everything, and decide, see where you are. You are not far away from your dream life. You are not far away from your new self. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. I hope I see you next time. Thank you. Namaste.